Step right up, folks. Come and get your tickets now. Come to the empty Anaheim Stadium and watch a team underperform with a great talent on the paper but not on the field, because all of them are mostly injured. And the pitchers that we do have suck, except some of the new guys who are coming up and trying to make a name for themselves. But step right up and get your heart hurt, damaged, and saddened over a team that you put faith in all year and gets you on a high like yesterday and gets you kind of believing because other teams lose and you figure, okay, we can make up ground because today Cleveland actually helped you out. And they beat Oakland again, second straight night. And Houston takes a loss, but we don't care about them. They got a big enough lead. We're not worried about them. We're just trying to see who's in front of us. And that's Oakland. And a couple other teams lost, so maybe you can gain ground, get within 4.5 before you face Oakland. But they shit themselves today early on with an error, which was, not really Sandoval's fault other than the fact, he just got hit by a ball and he's trying to run a first base cover. Just an overall bad first inning. But I tip my cap to him because he wound up pitching 7 innings despite giving up 6 runs, 2 of which were unearned, but then he gave up a solo shot and then a big 3-run homer where he just seemed to hang a curveball and freaking Ty France took one out. But, if you didn't like Ty France, he took a pitch to the face, which was kind of funny, only because he had the protection there and there was no harm, no foul. But, that wasn't a revenge pitch. That was just Wantz crapping himself as well. And you expect that from a rookie, right? You expect that from a guy who just got called up, right? So this team is very frustrating for a lot of reasons. The reason why I played the circus music is because it's a ride, it's a thrill, it's something that basically goes up and down all around. It's like a roller coaster ride at a bad theme park where you're expecting a lot and then it doesn't deliver. That's what happens with this team. As good as we felt for last night's win, they came out today against a team again, which in the pregame show, I explained to you guys, if you guys are watching, after the first 3 batters, there's no one batting over 200. You have 6 straight batters about at the Mendoza line or below. You should take advantage of that, yet they hang a 7 on you. They get their runs on stupidity. And it helps also when you hit a couple batters and you walk 3 guys in the same inning. So the Angels aren't helping themselves per se, and he had bad swings and misses today. Brandon Marsh is Brandon Marsh. I wanted to see him get his first hit. He was robbed of his first hit, and he's going to have a rookie effort like he did today, and he's going to take his lumps. I'm not worried about what he did. I'm disappointed in what all the other guys did. With the exception of Shohei's 2-run homer that didn't really count other than make the score look a little bit better, the Angels' offense was flatter than a pancake again, leaving a lot of guys on base, and Fletcher went back to pre-hitting streak where he was just swinging at every goddamn pitch. I thought the biggest inning that the Angels squandered was the 3rd inning. I think in the 3rd inning, once they gave up, Fletcher decided to swing the first pitch and not even get it to the outfield to where they could have a chance to get a sacrifice, I thought that was problem number 1. And then Walsh striking out on 3 fastballs that were literally no movement, and they came right down the middle each time, and he just swung and missed. Then Ohtani had some terrible bats too, because when his swing is not there, when his helmet's nearly flying off or flying off. And it was one of those days today too. So, it's just overall terrible game to watch because you had so much expectation. And before these 6 games, we all talked about on this show and other shows and on message boards that this 6-game series with Seattle was crucial. We could not lose either series. What happened? We lost in Seattle 2 out of 3. We lost at the Big A 2 out of 3. Now for the season, we're 5-8 against Seattle. What have we talked about all year? You've got to win your division. You're going to take your lumps against Houston. You're going to take your lumps against Oakland. You hope to go 500 against them. But you don't want to lose. You don't want to be on the bad side of Texas and bad side of Seattle. And what are we on the both sides? The bad side of either team. We're not really dominant. Well, we have a winning record against Texas. But if you look at the division record as the loss gets counted today, the Angels now 16-24 against the American League West. That will not win you the division. That will not win you. Don't even talk about winning division. If you can go 500 imagine if this team was 500 right now, 20-20. They'd be about 3.5 to maybe 2.5 games out the wild card. If you win your division or at least get to 500 against your division, good chance of making the postseason. But they're not doing that, and that continues to be their problem. They continue to be hovering around 500, either below it or above it, and they can't seem to break a jinx and go on a streak. They continue to flounder, and they're floundering still right now. And I'm going to get to all these comments. Don't worry about it. I know I should have played Bloody Sunday, but someone requested the circus music. I believe it was Mateo way back earlier today. But this is the problem with the Angels as fans. We get really hyped up. We think that they're going to make a move, and then they just sputter out again. And now we look at it, and Gooby was trying to be optimistic, and I'm going to be the same way. We look at the games that we got coming up. You got 2 games set with Oakland. You play them 6 times in 10 games. You have to win. I know we said that against Seattle, but you have to win. Like my expectations is take 5 out of 6. But 4 out of 6 is absolutely the worst you could do. You do any worse than that against Oakland, that could push the wild card further away, and you just say, F it, we're done. You have to win. You got Colorado and Minnesota sandwiched in between those games. Colorado is the worst in the National League next to Arizona. They're very beatable. And they could be trading pieces to you or other teams before you play them. And then you got Minnesota, who has just been flat out garbage. Biggest disappointment in all of baseball. And they're right there for the taking. If you cannot, this will literally spell if we are buyers or sellers. This will literally tell you whether this team is good enough to make a run. If you cannot take advantage of what's in front of you, then this is exactly what the Angels are. No better than a 500 team. And whether Trout gives them the shot in the butt that they need, whether Upton can come back, whether Rendon's vagina heals, whatever happens first, it's got to happen now. And the pitching's got to come together. And for the love of God, please do not tell me Heaney is pitching against Oakland at all. But you know what? He'll probably pitch against Oakland. And you just watch. Olsen will take him deep. Cannon will take him deep. Or our luck, he'll pitch against Colorado and serve up 5 home runs in the first 2 innings. It's just, you literally, other teams I could be a fan of and be like, hey, I like our chances against the next series. I'm looking ahead to game 4 against them, blah, 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 blah. You can't do that with the Angels. You literally can't. You have to look at what's exactly in front of you or what you're playing that day. Because if you look ahead, this team's going to do a buttercup today, and then you're going to be like, damn, we really should have took advantage. We should have been in a better spot. Now I have to readjust my thinking because we could have been 4.5 out, but now we're 5.5 out. And now we're chasing this team. They're this far ahead of us. You can't assume this team's going to win is what I'm trying to say. You just can't. Even though it looks like a favorable in your situation, you're like, oh, our lineup is kick-ass compared to theirs. Nope. You literally got to watch to see what this team does. It's amazing. It's amazing what this team does. It's so frustrating at the same time because then you get glimpses of hope and you're like, yes, all right. And then you just get slapped in the face and you get kicked in the crotch. 2nd Sunday in a row. Last Sunday was a wasted opportunity, I think, when we played. Same thing today. So, no, I think it was the Sunday before last. Yeah, last Sunday we actually won. But the Sunday before last, it's like, dude, why am I watching this game? Why am I wasting my time today? That's what you don't want from this team, but that's what they've given you more often than not. Quickly over to the Facebook comments. Anthony Gonzalez says, this team is killing me. Sunday, Bloody Sunday. Rally Chris checks in with, fuck! You let me down. My prediction. Guillermo says, David Fletcher, how come you can't beat the Mariners? This was a must-win game. He's putting it all on Fletcher. He also says, when's Trout and Rendon coming back? I don't know. If Rendon needs some Monostat 7, don't mean to get personal there, but it just seems like he's got some feminine issues to where he can't get on the field. Nothing against the females out there at all. But I'm just saying, Rendon is not playing like he's got to man up, and he's just not doing it. And I think he should have played through these injuries. If he can't play through the injuries, just sit him out and let's make a trade to fill the spot. I'm not opposed to going out and getting a Chris Bryant or someone to fill his because he's killing the team every time he comes back and he starts to roll, because he has about a week there where he sucks and then all of a sudden he starts to hit and then he gets re-injured. He's been out of the lineup 4 times already. He also says we are 1-2 without Sutton. I'm not counting those games right now. We have a way better record with Sutton than we did Vasgersian, that's for sure. Damn. freaking, I think I just lost all the comments here. You guys had just poured in a bunch of comments, and I think I just lost them all. Yes, I sure did. That sucks. So, again, if you guys are just commenting, throw them fast and furious at me because, again, this thing just reset and I lost all the freaking comments. So anything you guys commented, I did not see. It's not that I'm not reading them, but here on the magical Instagram, it just shot all of them off. So the only one I see right now is Nats fans joining in. So that's all I see. Oh, Courtney says, I can play third base at this point, and we could trade Rendon. You know, Courtney, she's going to make her appearance on the podcast tonight, so be listening for that or watch her appearance. But you know what? I would like for you to make your appearance at third base. I've seen some of your pictures as far as how you can hit, and you played some college softball. I'm pretty sure you can hit, and your launch angle, you're not going to be swinging for the fences. So I'm pretty sure your on-base percentage is going to be up there, and you're not going to be wanting to rip them to the fence all the time. So, yes, Courtney, if we can talk to our GM, Perry, maybe we can get you in at third base. You're a left-hander too, so that'll switch things up. That'll help the lineup a little bit. You know, might have to start you at the bottom of the lineup, but then work your way up. I'm sure you'll get a few hits and you'll get going. But yeah, anything right now at this point is better than Rendon, and I'm pretty sure Courtney would be more than serviceable than what Rendon was. Especially, I know she would show more emotion than Mr. Rendon with. Oh well. And I mean, because I don't know what happened to him. He's not showing any kind of love for the game, no emotion. I mean, you might as well have Heaney out there right now playing third base. So, again, sorry, a lot of the comments got thrown off. So, if you, like I said, re-comment those ones that I missed, and I will get to all of them, I promise you. So let's see. Here's some comments coming in big time here. Matty V is calling both games against Oakland, Grillmaster says, so that may be a positive. I think he has a no-trade clause, Rendon, that is. Nats fan. And you know what? We got 4 more years of his good luck right now. And I'm hoping that Nats fan has come out there. She's been a Nats fan forever, and she knows Rendon, and she says that, you know, it's just him having a bad year. Hopefully he's going to change things around. So I'm hoping too, but I mean, if we're going to make any kind of run, his bat needs to come alive and alive now. Trust me, I'm not crapping on the guy totally. I like the guy. I want success for him, but he's been very disappointing. I think we can all agree on that. FletchFax checks in with David Fletcher. Where's the MFing blaming on David Fletcher? He's kind of mad at that. Ryan says I want to play third base last night. Well, you could have played today too, Ryan. We might have to bring you in too. We can mix and match. If you're a right-hander, then we'll have you go against lefties, and then against righties, we'll have Courtney fill the role until he can get going. Rendon, that is. Did I miss bingo? No, Mateo. We just started. We're going to get into bingo in a few minutes. Marsh looks like a vet at the plate. Chase, I don't know if that's being sarcastic or just his look at the plate. He did look a little comfortable, but then he had a couple swings where he swung at strike 3. He got jammed on one where they had a runner at second. I was really pulling for him to get an RBI right there. And another thing I would like to say about that, shame on the Angels brass and the people that take care of the numbers on the team. I'm kind of mad they gave Garrett Anderson's number to Marsh. Okay, I know Marsh is trying to set himself apart and everything and whatnot, but I think that kind of sucks. You already got Garrett Anderson in the Hall of Fame, the Angels Hall of Fame. I wouldn't give away Tim Salmons, and I sure as hell wouldn't give away there's special circumstances, obviously, with Trout and Guerrero, and obviously with Erstad, and because I would have retired Erstad's number before Ohtani got it, but Ohtani got it, so I'm not going to argue either one of those players. But for the most part, I would not have given away Garrett Anderson's number. I mean, he had the game-winning World Series hit in Game 7. Just that alone, his number should be retired. But he put in a hell of a career. There's no reason why they should give a rookie who has improved, and nothing against Marsh. I think he will make this team, and I think he will do good in the future. I'm against the fact that they gave him Garrett Anderson's number right away. Look what happened with Walsh. Walsh, I forget what number he was before he got his number 20. I mean, and Fletcher came up as number 6 before he got his number 22. Make these guys at least earn it before you give and grant them the number that they want. I think that's kind of wrong on the Angels. They shouldn't have did that. Knew this game was over in the first inning, Manny says. Cole Poppin says, fuck the Angels. We sucked it as Get over this team. This whole damn team is frustrating. Don Hammer says, I wanted Rendon to be good for us so much, but I can't defend him anymore. It's nothing I can say. He's never healthy, and when he's out there, he's not doing anything. And that's the thing, Don. I'm the same way with you. I really want Rendon to kick ass. I really want him to hit the ball hard. I want him to show up like he did with the Nationals. He doesn't have to be Nationals World Series Rendon when he was tearing it up against the Dodgers, but at least be the kind of clutch hitter that he was before. And this year, he hasn't been on at all, and he was barely on last night. Matt says, freaking Frontier Internet. Yeah, it struck again. Hey, Todd, where did we get that sweet merch? Oh, I think Randy created this Halos in the Infield shirt, and yeah, it's on the Redbubble page, so good plug right there. Randy is the creator of anything that you see on Redbubble, so he gets a lot of kudos to that. Bronson checks in with the air in the first inning really killed us. Rendon showed up in 2020. Yeah, late 2020. He's checking in from YouTube over there. How's it going, Bronson and Ryan? And Drizzle says, hard to say the Angels are better than the Mariners at this point. Same old story this season. Inconsistent is what he says. And that's the thing. If you look at their lineup has no business scoring 7 runs. None. But Haniger, the only guy and the only threat in that team, continues to crush us. Pitch around his ass. You know, unless the bases are loaded, pitch around him. But no. We give him all the opportunities to beat us. And then Ty France is kind of decent, and we give him a softball to hit over the fence for a home run. So that's just how it is. And, it comes down to pitching. Always comes down. It's just like in football. Defense wins championships. Same thing in baseball. Pitching wins championships. If you do not, and look at their bullpen is far superior. Right now, it's far superior. And their starting staff is a little bit better, but it's good enough to get the job done. And that's what sucks. When should we give up, Manny says. Look, as real Angel fans, I don't know when your breaking point is. I don't know if it's the start of the football season. I don't know if it's when, you just had enough of the losing, or if it's when they're mathematically eliminated. I kind of side with mathematically eliminated. And when we're completely out and there's zero hope, if there's like 6 games left and we're 5.5 out, I'm still rooting for every team to lose ahead of us. But if we're mathematically eliminated, we got that E bias, or we're crossed out in the standings, yeah, that's when I'm like, okay, see you guys next year. Rally Chris says, sign Rally Chris into the dugout. I can talk to this team. Let's see, man. Maybe we could just sneak you in there and see what happens. Lewis714, what is up, my friend? He says, haha, they need a live stream of this post game in the locker room so they can feel what the fans feel. You know what? And that's the thing. And good points, Lewis, because listen, I don't know if you saw what happened in New York the other day with I think it was Verdugo. The Yankee fans were throwing stuff at Verdugo as a Red Sox player, and he was cussing back at them, going back and forth with them. And what I like that he said is, he says, we read the social media. We understand how the fans are going through. We're right there. We're fans ourselves. We hate the other team. And I'm thinking to myself, that's a take that you never hear from a professional. And the fact that he said, yes, we don't like the Yankees. We embrace the hate. We're against them just like you guys are. We know what you guys are going through, but there's a fine line when you start throwing trash and stuff like that. I respect that, because most players won't tell you that. So I'm hoping that if it's not this stream, it's another stream, it's another stream, it's another stream, and these players can actually, or at least tune into AM 830 and not fall asleep with Roger Lodge or Trent Rush, and actually feel and hear the disappointment that comes from a lot of us, and the fact that, you guys could be doing a lot better, but, show some life, show some that you care, and be accountable. Because the media obviously doesn't keep you guys accountable. There is no hardball questions thrown at look, I would want to play for the Angels too. Because imagine Mike Trout, he would not be able to withstand a barrage of New York bashing. If he played with New York or Philadelphia, the media would eat him alive. And I'm sad to say that. It's just because the media is so aggressive. So if you're over here in the OC, you're not even Dodger-worthy media, because at least LA media slams their players too. Angels media is like, oh, okay, well, they lost. Let's go to Disneyland. They're not really there to criticize, and they're never held accountable. So when you get into a streak of 7 or 8 years of not making the postseason, it's easy to see why Artie's just able to write checks to improve the stadium and not write checks to improve the team. Because there's no pressure put on the team and no pressure put on the organization. It seems in the last couple of years that the organization has had a lot more pressure put on it by the fans. but not recently by anybody outside of the fandom and the media. The media really hasn't attacked the Angels brass, and I think that's a big problem. Let's see. Grillmaster says, here's what needs to happen to be buyers at the deadline. Split with freaking Oakland, 3 out of 4 against the Twins, 2 out of 3 against Colorado, and split the 4-gamer against the Oakland A's. I actually think they should take 3 out of 4, but that's a good call right there, Grillmaster. Good breakdown. Rendon has long hair. Maybe he does have vagina. Okay. Trout here 27 says, where's Upton? Upton is just, he's there. He's on the field, but he's not showing that he's anywhere close. I haven't heard him say that he's batting on the, batting out of the batting cages or anything else like that. Ryan says our pitching is a problem, or our pitching problem is mental. Absolutely have no confidence in the pitching except for Ohtani. Fuck, pitching is pissing me off. Yes. I would say Sandoval's there too, but I think he got rocked a little bit by that. He seemed to settle down. I mean, for him to pitch 7 innings after giving up 6 runs was pretty remarkable for me to understand. My prediction is at least correct. I predicted the series loss. It happened. Rally Chris Magic isn't 100%. I'm sorry he's saying that. Mateo says Rendon is too busy shitting himself. Yeah, DFA Walsh and Fletcher. Here we go. No Jack Mayfield slander, Chase says. Angels need to put me in center field, Mateo. Ohtani and Suarez pitching the next 2 gamers, which I'm actually pretty confident with those 2 on the mound, actually. Let's see. The Astros lose today. Nats fan says, I agree. Rendon is not the Rendon of 2012 to 2019. Don't mind me. I am trying to get my buzz back. Rendon has never shown a lot of emotion, good or bad, just him. Yeah, that's the thing. He's another freaking Heaney type dude. Also, what number would Trout have worn if he didn't get 27? I was hoping Marsh would wear 5 or 11. Yeah, it would be nice to have him wear another number, because I would love for Guerrero's number to be retired completely by the Angels. But now you're going to retire it for 2 different reasons, and you're probably going to do the same thing with Ohtani and Erstad, because I would love Erstad's number to be retired. I think a lot of those guys from that team should have their numbers retired. He was number 25, Walsh. Yeah, he had Gloss's number. Walsh was 25, then he gave it to Fowler this season. There you go. I thought he had to earn it, so that's my bad on that one. I like the Walsh at 25 as well. I will be very, very mad if we fail to meet the scenario I mentioned, Grillmaster. And you know what? That is a good scenario that you're actually being easy on them for getting 2 splits against Oakland. I actually think they need to win one of those series, so we'll see what happens. JP Crawford is a threat too. At Matt Bedingo, I'm talking about the Angels only. Do you have a Seahawks show? Fast Time says, yes, I do. That comes in football season. Verdugo is a cool-ass dude too. I always interacting with the fans. Sucks it happened to him, and Drizzle says. Yeah, it does suck because, again, he's a pretty chill dude like you described, and he tells it like it is. Grillmaster says, Roger Todd Lodge, did you see Ohtani's homer? No? Well, why don't we show it 1,000 times to try to give our fans hope, and then they live in the past, they'd say something like that. That's exactly what he'd do. He'd be like, hey, let's check out another home run hit in the 9th inning when it didn't matter. We needed 5 runs instead of 2. But here you go. Let's play it again, my fat, what was it? God, James, whatever his name is, his fat director. He goes, hey, James, play that again. So, yeah, that's how that goes. Do you remember we won the World Series in 2002? Yeah, he won't stop saying that. Let's see. Tate says, yep. And Rendon is on his period of injuries as far. Yankees fans hit Verdugo in the back and were banned for life from going to Yankee Stadium. That's a good thing, but will they be able to enforce it? But that was, there's no reason to do that as a fan. I don't care what sport you're in. I've seen it in football many times back in the day. I don't care if you're flipping off the crowd. You should not be doing that at all. Rally Chris says, we're going to sweep Oakland. I'm going
these to my kids.
God.
If I was trying.
Sorry, I got a break in right there from my page. Sorry. I had the stats up, and then they had a freaking commercial. So we're going to sweep Oakland and fire their ass up, hopefully, he's saying. And Drizzle says, Heaney, Bundy, J up, Suzuki, future Pirates. Dude, but as bad as the Pirates are, I don't think they would make that move. I just don't see it. Let's see. And Quintana. And then you notice when Quintana really, and he got some dumb luck today. He hit the Kalinick, or however you say his name. He struck him out after he hit him, and he would have been tossed from the game because, remember, Country Joe West, he warned both benches, so that was pretty funny. A's lose, Grillmaster says, yeah, so we don't lose much ground there. Don Hammond says, can't split with the Rockies. We have to sweep teams like that. Absolutely. I mean, we have got to beat their ass. We have to take them out, and we have to take the Twins out. There is just no in between. And you have to take the series either one or split one, like Grillmaster said, and maybe take the other one. You cannot be dropping games right now. And what scares me is we're going to run into Bassett, not this time around, but the second time around here in Anaheim. And Bassett, you want to talk, Grillmaster always says, oh, they're our daddy, referring to other teams. Bassett is our daddy. That guy has dominated us and made us look stupid. So I'm hoping we can have better moments with against him coming up here, because, dude, it's depressing to watch him face Bassett. Courtney says, we are like an island of misfit toys. Our outfield is patched together at the moment. We don't have an ace pitcher, just a bunch of starters, and honestly, some of them shouldn't be starting. Good points. Good points, because, again, this rotation is not what it looked like in the before the season started. I said in the pregame, if you were to tell me, I would say you're crazy. If you would have said Ward, Eaton, and Marsh would be your starting outfielders, I'd be like, where's Adele? Where's Upton? Where's Trout? Where's Fowler? Where's Lagares? How come they're not in the lineup? Why do you have a freaking lineup like that in the month of July? But that's what we had today. So, yes, I agree. We are the island of misfit toys. I know there's a song for that, so maybe I should have played that. Let's see. We got Grillmaster saying, why do we keep exchanging different players at the same time? Why does this team why does no one want to wear 14 or 11 on this team? I have no idea. Todd Lodge, yes. Manny says, hopefully this loss fires them up and we get their shit together. Manny, we've said this all season. We've seen dramatic comebacks, and you're like, hopefully this fires us up. And then Roger Lodge will be like, yeah, it's a loss that we can learn from. We got to win. And it just doesn't come around. So I don't know. Madden's jockstrap holder did something good. I don't know what that did today. You Rockheads have to sweep the Rockies. Yes, we do. We got plenty of big games coming up. And there's a lot to be said about the fans coming out there saying we need moral, or this could be a moral victory like on Friday's game. I don't take it as that. I feel that we didn't show up the entire game. We fell behind. We had to come back. And, this isn't – if this was a 2002 Angels or beyond, when they were the 05 Angels, 09 Angels, even 2014, where you never thought the team was out of it. And when you think about that, when you never thought the team was out of it and they always had comebacks in them, or they dominated from start to finish, what did those teams have in particular besides either winning the division or making the playoffs? What they had in common was that they had good clutch hitting. They didn't have launch angles. They were getting on base. And they had really good pitching. And if it wasn't really a dominant 1-2 starting rotation, because remember back then you had guys like Bartolo Colon, Kelvin Escobar, C.J. Wilson, pitchers like that to anchor your rotation. But you also had a decent bullpen anchored by Scott Shields, Frankie Rodriguez, players like that would bridge the gap. And you had fillers that were pretty good. I still believe that Perry's going to get this job done. I still believe that Perry's going to turn the team around. I still believe Madden has a chance to pitch into or to coach into next year, although we've disagreed a lot with some of his decisions. But what needs to change is the hitting. And so when everyone's healthy, we can truly gauge what this team can give you. Until then, we're just mix and matching misfit toys, like Courtney said. We're just trying to win with whatever we got left on the bench. It's kind of hard to judge this team by that, because now it's gone from the pitching being really shitty to preventing us from winning to now it's been the hitting that's hurt us, where the pitchers can't afford to make a mistake or two, because if they do, pretty much the game is over. And then we've seen some fight in this team, but for the most part, it's not there. And we're let down a lot of buttercup games, and that's got to change. And like others have said, and I think it was Andrizzle, this team is consistently inconsistent. And that's just the freaking mantra of the team all season long. Back to the comments real quick. Let's see how far a few came in right here. Bassett lost today, though, however. Trotter here says Rendon was diagnosed with bacterial vaginas. Okay. That's what I was hinting towards last. And again, nothing against the women here. You mean the Guardians, right? As far as that's going back and forth right there. Rally Chris says, with that Otani's homer, that's going to keep him hot since my birthday is next week. Oakland, you're going to get swept by the Angels. I'm feeling it. It was good to see him hit a home run, because I was getting scared that he was not going to hit one after the freaking All-Star break. Oakland makes us shit ourselves. Grillmaster says, did his water, I don't know. Oh, he drank his water out of the jockstrap. That's disgusting, Grillmaster. The moment we get a hit, Trent Rush and Roger Lodge will go crazy saying, oh, did you see that hit play at James? And see, that's what happened too today. If you noticed on the broadcast, Ohtani's ground ball to first, and he beat out Ty France to first base. All they could do was say do with the Bally song, and they're all like, check out Ohtani's fast running to first base. Look at his speed. Okay, but did he score? Did he come around and score? No. He okay, good hustle. But then they're like, hey, let's see it from another angle. And then you're following him from behind, beating Ty France to the first base. And then they're all like, and they're showing him again, making it to first base again from a different angle. It's like, okay, we get it. He got a base hit with nobody on, and he did not come around to score. Gotcha. And then, boy, that gave him a lot of replays when Ohtani finally hit that home run. Hey, did you see where that ball was? It was so low in the zone. Okay, that's good. Show it once or twice. I'm glad the kid caught it in right field, and it was a nice moment for him and his father. Good. You showed that. But did it win you the game? No. And automatically the Angels go, the broadcast goes, let's give it to the Angels player of the game today, which is Shohei Ohtani. Really? So he stranded a bunch of guys on base today, got an infield single, and hit a 2-run homer. But you give him the player of the game? I actually would have changed it up and said, hey, I give it to Sandoval. He got his freaking pitching arm, his wrist hurt. He toughed it out, was sweating more than Bundy in New York at one point, and he pitched 7 innings and kept you in the ball game for the most part. I would have given it to him for the hard luck loser. I would not have given it to Ohtani, even though he hit a home run and made everyone cheer. But that just goes to show you where their way of thinking is, how they treat this team. You know what I mean? And there was no shit talking on any of the players today too. So again, that was disappointing because they should have. Manny says we need someone. We need someone that wears their emotions on their sleeve, like Weaver. Seems like none of those players give a shit. It's discouraging to watch. There's few players on this team that actually show emotion. There really is. And it kind of sucks. I don't know if that's a product of how they want them to be, but I would love guys to be more flamboyant, more like the Padres. It seems like everyone on the freaking Padres has their own celebration, has their own handshake. They have their own thing. If we have to get a shopping cart and do copy Boston, I don't know. Do something. Come up with a crazy hat or something that you wear, or that maybe you give them a soccer ball to kick around in the dugout. I don't know. Come up with something to rally the troops to make people want to make plays. Do something. I think there's nothing there that shows really team chemistry, with the exception of Iglesias when maybe one of the guys hit a home run. He comes over and he takes off their hat before they get in the dugout. He's the first one to celebrate. But other than that, you really don't see any kind of real good rah-rah camaraderie chemistry on this team. You just don't. So that's a good point. Rally Chris says Angels still 5.5 games out. Oakland is 3, or we're going to be 3.5 after the Oakland series. I'm hoping. Grillmaster says trade Walsh for Pujols. No, that's okay. Do you believe that Perry will change this during the offseason? I think so. I really think so. I think he's going to get rid of a lot of dead weight. If you listen to his interviews either on radio or the other day in the broadcast, he seems very intelligent. He seems to be no nonsense. And he seems to be a guy that's just like, he's focused. And that's something, again, Epler looked like he wasn't all there. Like he wasn't playing with a full deck. And he looked like literally any time that he had to make a decision, he's like, oh, I can't do it. I have to text Artie first to see if it's okay. Papa Artie, is this okay to make a trade? Yes, it is. But if it's more than a day, I got to cancel it, like I did with your boy Stripling and the other outfielder, Peterson. Okay. He's a puppet. It doesn't look like that Perry's a puppet. It looks like Perry actually can make a decision on his own. He's a big boy. So we'll see. But I have faith for now until proven wrong. Let's see. Grillmaster says they haven't changed their name. I don't think Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland is still the Indians. Grillmaster says, do you think it was a jinx for the Angels to have Grandma at the game? Like, no, it's not. She actually, I recommend fans like her because she's the one that gets up and dances in the freaking aisles. She's the one that starts the wave. She's the one that she's cheering when all hope might be lost, but she's cheering her heart out with her grandkids. Those are the kind of fans you want. You don't want the ones that are like, hey, Buffy, where are we taking little Jimmy, after his soccer game on Saturday? Do you want to get that sushi we talked about earlier? Yeah, I love that that sushi with that sauce. It's kick ass. Oh, excuse my French. I can't say ass. My arsh. It hurts my arsh. Kicks my arsh. No, you don't want fans like that. You don't want fans talking about what movies they saw, because I've heard all the stories sitting in Angel Stadium everywhere. There's been times where you go, and that's why I said the fans were great the other day. But recently, when they're apathetic out there, you get fans, you can hear a person's life story because they're too goddamn loud. And they can't keep it to where they're friends. They're telling you about their sister's, mother's, brother's, cousin's plumber. And you don't want to hear that. You just want to enjoy the game. Like, I'd rather have someone cussing at a player behind me because at least I know they're paying attention. There's a reason why the net is up on the third base side and the first base side. It's not because fans can't catch a hard ball coming towards the stands. It's because fans don't pay attention. 90% of the time they're on their freaking phone and they're taking selfies or they're watching bullshit and they're talking about movies that are upcoming to the theater. They're not paying attention to the game. That's why they get clunked in the head. And that's why those nets are up. They're not up there because, hey, baseball fans, they just can't catch a ball. No, because they're not paying attention. And they should, the real fans should get the lower deck seats. All those Buffy people should be in the freaking upper deck because that's where they should belong. Because those are the fans that don't pay attention. You should have the real fans down there talking to the players, getting the freaking autographs, having their kids meet the players for the first time or see players up close and personal to where they're all big and they look gigantic towards when you're a little kid. And let them enjoy the game and see the game. Not these rich a-holes that are down there not even paying attention. Sorry, but I have to rant on that because I don't like that part of the fan base. And that goes not only for our fan base, that goes for Dodger Stadium, that goes for any other fan base that, again, the rich will always get the best seats in the house. The ones they can afford, they'll always be right there. But most of them, I will say, there are a lot of them that do follow the game and do pay attention, but you got to agree, most of them do not follow, and they're more than, if you can get down there for a game and watch a game, listen to how they talk. They do not care about the game. They're just there to maybe get on TV, and they're there for a friend or for clout to get on, or for social media. That's it. And those are the fans I can't stand. I really can't. Let's see. Let's get back. Ah, shit. Did I lose his comments? Yes, I did. Freaking A. Rally Chris got behind the Angels dugout one time and to fire them up, and they saw him. And that's true. See, I lost some of the comments again. Fuck. I can't stand this. It's not even the internet, dude. It's my fat fingers on this damn phone. I got to get because I can't run the comments. I could run all your other comments off of YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and I could see all those right there. It's when I'm trying to read the comments off of Instagram, and if I just touch it the wrong way with my finger on the phone, it freaking flips it, and I lose all the freaking comments. So it sucks. But and I have an out of date freaking tablet, but I gotta borrow my daughter's tablet because her tablet is like legit, and I'll just have it here. It'll be much easier, and I won't have that problem. So I apologize if once again I didn't get to your comments. Ryan on YouTube says, joke, what did Sushi A say to Sushi B? I don't know. Let's hear it, Ryan, if he's still on there. Sorry, I got to yours a little late. So what are your thoughts real quick on this series? Was it a huge disappointment, or do you expect a 2 out of 3 loss to the Mariners? And real quick, while you guys are commenting on that and while I'm waiting for that sushi joke, let me get the bingo card out because I know someone is getting close to winning this goddamn thing. We have on the board right now, I'm looking at the board. I can't show you the picture right now, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We barely started this game a week ago, and we've already released 16 balls via the podcast or the live shows and the pregame shows. So we've released 16 balls. And no one has yelled bingo yet. So I'm hoping you guys are following along. Yeah, if you guys want a free jersey, that's how it's going to happen. I'm releasing 2 balls right now. And before I do, I'll do the joke. And it says, joke was, what did Sushi A say to Sushi B? Was B. So, what? I get it. It would have been, was up B would have been funnier. But there you go. There you go. I'll give you that one. The first bingo ball is going to come down right now. And the second one is going to come down here too. Hold on a second. And there it is. So let's read the 2 balls here that came down. It's I-18 and it's B-11. So I-18 and B11. If you guys got that, if you guys are playing along, guys or girls, remember, there's like 50 or 60 of you guys playing this game. We've got the cards. We know who's going to win or who's going to lose when they say bingo. We're going to know who's right. We got the bingo board right here, so I'm putting the balls on there so you guys know what's up. But this one was I-18, B11. Again, these are 18 balls that have been released already. Someone has to get a win here because we do want to give away a jersey and that 60th anniversary jersey to somebody lucky here. And then we're going to have another game following this. Maybe not bingo, but maybe something else. So, again, that's I-18. What did I say? I-18 and B1? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So, check that out. Hopefully, you guys can get that because we are expecting a winner pretty soon. Let's see. Let's get back to some of these comments because we lost a few of you guys, like I said before. Rendon does not have the balls because he has a vagina, Grillmaster says. SoCalindo says, when can I get a bingo card? We started the game last week, dude. So, like, if anything, if you want to get in, if you guys like the game, how we've been playing it, then we'll redo it again. I'll give like I did last time. I'll give a week for everyone to get their cards. All you have to do is DM me, and I will send you a card, and you play off of that card, and then we'll do the bingo thing all over, and you guys just play whenever the balls are announced. You can match that up. We usually give away 1 on every podcast, 2 on every post game, 1 on every pregame. So that's how you can play. That's how you can win really fast. That's why I'm saying, dude, we got 18 balls on the board. Someone's got to be close to winning. So check your cards as soon as you can, and then we'll give away a free jersey. No cost to you, no shipping, no nothing. It's all on us. And it's all because we love the fact that you guys participate on this page. You guys have followed us. You guys take the time to like and get other people to follow. And you guys participate on the shows and listen to the podcast. I mean, you guys are amazing. Guys and girls out there, we love you guys. So if you guys can continue to do that, we're going to continue to have things to give away. And we've got new sponsors that we're going to be announcing too. And we got merchandise if you want to buy that because the merchandise helps us to also release more things out to the public and give more giveaways. So on Redbubble, if you like any of the shirts over there, Grillmaster says it was B11 and I-18. Todd, stop saying that. Say nutsack instead. It might come down to that. Is there trivia also today? You know what? I forgot because the game was so bad today about the trivia. I should do some trivia, but I am not prepared for the Trucker Hat trivia. I'll tell you what, because I don't want to miss a day. Ace, I will throw the Trucker Hat trivia over till tomorrow. That's another thing that you could win courtesy from Halos in the Infield. So tomorrow's game against Oakland will be a special Trucker Hat trivia. Usually we reserve that for Sundays and Wednesdays, but I prepared for everything except that. So I don't have any Trucker Hat trivia question to give to tell you today to win a instant hat like that. There's no waiting list. There's no nothing. As soon as you win, you get the freaking hat. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to, again, follow us tomorrow. Check the show out tomorrow. We will have the Trucker Hat trivia for Sunday and also again for Wednesday. I believe if we play on Wednesday, we should be playing on Wednesday. We'll do a post game there. Sorry about that. I completely forgot about that, Ace. Grillmaster says, if I was on the team, I would be talking all day long about how to fire this. Oh, yeah, we know. You would get into fights, bro. And that's another big story that he brings up too. Grillmaster says the Dodgers and Bauer have parted ways. So there is something towards what Bauer did. There is something there. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Again, she was beat up pretty bad, but there was questioning about whether or not it was consensual. It's hard to believe that something that aggressive, like with the scratch marks on her face, the punching is because again, in the text messages, she did say, unless those were doctored, she did say that she wanted him to get violent with her and to punch her. But the scratches and stuff like that looks malicious, and I don't think anyone in their right mind, especially a female like that that's a freaking Instagram model or at least an influencer, someone that values their looks, who plays off of their looks, is going to let someone, no matter the clout, beat the living out of what makes her either her money or helps her with her career. That to me is a red flag. Right there, I thought that was BS what they were saying. It was totally consensual. Maybe she did agree to some slapping or whatever, but the whole punching, the whole beating the crap, the scratches is what got me. The scratches is just, it looks like she's fighting to save her life, and dude is like scratching and clawing at her face. So that's what got me. So if Bauer, again, not reserving judgment, but it looks bad if he is completely wrong. and he is completely bad. He should be prosecuted for this. I don't want to see him get away with it just because he's a Major League Baseball player, just because he can afford a high-priced lawyer. I think that sucks, but I will say, and I don't give the Dodgers credit much at all, but I will say kudos to them for making the decision to then move on. Kudos to them. And whatever they do, I'll support the Dodgers when it comes to them handling this situation, because obviously they did their homework. Obviously they don't want someone like that representing their team wearing their jersey, and they get my kudos for that. That's all I'm saying. For whatever that is, for whatever it's worth. I mean, let's see. Let's go back here. This is Groomaster says, "We love you, Ace." And then Dugout Talk, what is up, my friend? Todd, why is your arm red? Never mind, it's the background. Yeah, it's part of the green screen. No Wednesday game, only Monday and Tuesday, off Wednesday before the 4-game series against Minnesota. Well, I'll tell you this, and what I'll do then is I'll do a Trucker Hat Trivia back-to-back. How about that? Since we have a day off on Wednesday, I'll do Trucker Hat Trivia Monday and Tuesday. So bring your A game, no pun intended, and I'll give away 2 free hats instead of 1 to make up for today and to make up for Wednesday. So just keep me to that, and I will take care of that for you guys. And again, if you're not aware of how that works, we're just going to do a Trucker Hat Trivia question, which will be an Angels baseball only question. And if you nail it, you get it right, the first one that comments the right question or a right answer, right away, I see it, I call it out, then you DM me your address, and I send you a hat for free. And that's how it works. That's all there is to it. And it's the same thing with this jersey contest. We've done it before to where it could either be trivia or could just be a giveaway. We have several different styles. Right now we're giving a 60th anniversary jersey away. Your choice, either a batting practice blue, old school 80s white, or old school 80s dark gray road. And then you have 4 players to pick from, whether it's, I think, Fletcher, Ohtani, Trout, and Walsh. So you can pick from those 4, and then there you go. So if you saw Rally Chris's picture, that is the exact jersey. That is like the actual preview one. It's just his was customized with Rally Chris. So if you like those jerseys, please play along. Either with a bingo when it's over, we'll do another bingo, or we'll do something else. And also memorabilia, autographed memorabilia from former Angels players and other baseball players. We've got like a bucket of these baseballs to give away. Fernando's being very generous out of his own collection, and he's willing to give away some autographed baseballs for free. DM him for the freaking way he wants to do it. He's coming up with a game on how to raffle them off. So there's a lot of things to do to be a part of this page, and a lot of free gifts to give away. Just, again, for thanking you guys for participating, following us, and sharing our links. Because whenever you guys could do that, we recognize that too. We see every freaking notification. So if you're out there pimping us out, saying, hey, tagging Halos in the infield, or tagging us on your story, or when you go to the ball game, take a picture of us and tag us there too. We see all that. We got like 4 people watching the page. So we see everything that goes on. And we love it, and it's helping promoting us, and it helps promote you as well, because we give you shout outs and everything else like that too. So Trouta here says, before I get out of here, Trouta here says, Bauer is done. Goodbye baseball. Hell yeah. Grillmaster's pumping up his new thing right here. Jeff says, how many of the 20 drafted pitchers will be signed? Who will be released? Good question. I believe though that the Angels will. For the most part, they're power arms, they're Perry guys. I would have to say 15 to 18 of them. We just talked to a pitcher that was drafted, and we have an interview with him that we're going to post tomorrow morning, so look for that. I won't give away the name yet, but he confirmed, too, what Perry said on Tuesday. He's flying out to Tempe, and they're going to do basically an evaluation of all the pitchers that they drafted, and they're going to place them in either high A, double A, triple A, rookie ball. They're gonna pretty much just see where everyone's at, assess them, and dictate where they go. So it's gonna be pretty exciting to see who goes where. We should know the answers maybe by Wednesday. So yeah, all the pitchers are going down there for a little mini camp, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Courtney says logging off right now. She's heading up for the podcast later on. Right now here too. T Goldberg says thoughts on Marsh call up. It was surprising. It caught everyone off guard. I think everyone was thinking Adele would get the free ride up here first. But I think what they're going to work on is Adele's average. He's got to work on his hitting. And once his hitting comes across, his average comes up, his strikeouts go down, I think he'll get called up super, super quick. Although they might try to keep his stock really high, so he could be a trade piece. Marsh is just getting his feet wet. So, and they kind of need him because we're so skinny on players out there in the outfield. So I like it. I want to see what the kid can do. I want to see them expose his speed and get out there and do his thing. So we'll see what happens. So I'm excited. I really am. Let's see. Stay tuned for his show right now. Ace says this is the most fan-friendly and interactive Angels fan page out there. Thank you so much, Ace. We really appreciate the words. We really do. Good. You go into the game on the 29th. Trouter here says, I might. I'll let you guys know during the week, but if not, it might be the first week of August. And then obviously for August 14th, don't forget the tailgate too. Jeff says, so if 15 are signed, 15 have to go. Well, we signed 20 pitchers and then 21, I believe, because we signed one off of the non-drafted one too. And there was other pitchers or other players, position players that were signed. I think there were 9 of them. So no, they could pretty much sign whoever they want and how many they want. It's just if it's going to fill the void, if it's going to fill the roles, and then those players will become free agents. So I would have to say it's going to be up there. I think they're going to save as many as they possibly can. Don Hammond says, yeah, excited for Marsh. He's going to get his opportunities. Yes, he is. We'll see what he can do. And I hope Adele takes advantage of his when he comes back too. Jeff says, this is a great show. I appreciate it, Jeff. Shout out to Soto from the Rocks outfield. He was DMing Marsh, and he told him they get called up. Also, he made the announcement before the Angels. So that's awesome right there. Soto made the announcement. Good call right there, Rally Chris. So with that being said, that's going to end it here for Sunday. Again, stay tuned for Monday and Tuesday. We will have the Trucker Hat Trivia after the post game, and we will be giving out the bingo balls on the pre-games too. So James will be back. So keep an eye out for that. As soon as the lineups are released, usually James likes to go on and do his show. So he'll have all that set for you guys on Monday and Tuesday. Then I'll follow up with a post game. We're going to have a brand new podcast episode for you tomorrow. Plus, we're going to have one tonight, but tomorrow's the big interview. I want you guys and girls to check that one out. It's going to be really surprising to see who we got. So with that being said, everyone